everyone and welcome to my universe. My name is Paris Kemamo. To my new viewers, to my returning subscribers, thank you so much for your continued support. To my new viewers, welcome to the click. I hope you guys are doing fine because I'm doing fine myself. So today we are going to talk about breakpoint, the breakpoint of a relationship. Most of the times, most of us actually, we've experienced the breaking point of a relationship, and anytime, like even not maybe even in marriages though. So today I just want to share the signs that your relationship is reaching its breaking point, as you can see from the title. And before I continue, so this hairstyle of mine, the mohawk kind of a hairstyle, I did it in my previous video, so if you want to see the tutorial, you can just watch the previous video. I'm going to link it in this video as I continue. So it's just a simple hairstyle, yeah. So if you like it, just click on that video and you're going to watch the tutorial. So as we continue to our relationship breaking points, we have, like, okay, we assume them though. I have assumed them in the past, but it's good to just know the signs. Sometimes we assume them, sometimes we don't know them. They just go through the signs of a relationship that is reaching its breaking point. And just for the record, not all relationships are bad, and there's just some positivity in the relationships. Maybe you're not experiencing that in your relationship. Maybe you're experiencing a positivity in your relationship. Now, we are going to talk about the signs, and then we are going to talk about the solutions that can save your relationship when it is reaching its breaking point. So stay tuned. In the next video, we are going to do that. So number one sign is that you've lost trust completely. You've lost trust completely in your relationship. Losing trust is normal, but losing trust completely, it's not normal. Like, this person maybe has done a lot of things that you can't even trust them anymore. Anything they tell you, even when they tell you, like, you look cute today, you just feel like, maybe, why are you telling me that? Did you cheat? Ama, why are you telling me this? As in, are you about to ask for a favor? Like, you totally don't trust them. So that is just one sign that your relationship is reaching its breaking point. Work on it. I don't know how people regain the trust back, but you can tell me in the comments below, because I have no idea how people regain their trust back. But we are going to find ways, and then so that we can save our relationships. So when there is trust issues, you find someone getting angry, very angry. There's jealousy, and then there is a lot of possessiveness and some other negative feelings in the relationship. So that, if you see that, that is just a sign that your relationship is getting to its breaking point. Number two is that you're holding the memory of who they used to be. Because this person has changed completely, you don't know this person anymore, you don't even like them anymore. So you're trying to hold whatever that is keeping you in that relationship. Is the only the memories that you guys used to have in the past, the memories that you used to have at the beginning of the relationship. But there's no cohesion in your relationship. There's nothing. The only thing that is keeping you guys together is your memories, the memories that you used to have in the past with that partner of yours. So when it reaches that point, this person has changed. Maybe they've changed to someone else that you don't know, or someone else you don't like. But because you want to stay in that relationship, then you have to hold on to that memory, because you're not creating new memories with this person. So when it reaches that point, it's a breaking point. Number three, every discussion that you have with your significant other turns out to be an argument. Every single discussion, it turns out to be an argument, and sometimes this person becomes defensive. One of you becomes so defensive about maybe something they did, or just even a normal thing. So when any discussion you're having just turns out to be an argument, you guys are just losing each other. You're just losing each other, and you have to do something about it, or maybe you just have to let each other go. It's as simple as that, because Often we forget that not all relationships are meant to work. Some of them are just a bridge to cross to the other side, and some of them, like, you have a lot of lessons you learn. Some of them, they don't even have lessons. Have you ever been in a relationship whereby you didn't learn anything? You can't go back, and then you're wondering, what was I doing? As in, was I blind for the entire this period I was in with this person? As in, what was going on? You know, you've ever been in such relationships. So those kind of relationships, they're just meant to end. So when usipoteze muda wako unashida hapo ukiargue na msee. You, like, every discussion, and I'm not talking about one discussion turning to an argument. I'm talking about every discussion you guys have, it turns to an argument. Just let them go, or work on your relationship if it works. You know, just work on it, or just let them go. When it comes to being defensive, someone will just they'll use phrases like, yes, but, you know, there's just an excuse. Yes, but, you know, I did this. You know, I never came home last night, but, you know, they're trying to be defensive. And then something else, you did this too. Last night you didn't come, so today I also didn't come today because last night you didn't come. And I mean, like, coming home. That's what I mean. So yesterday you didn't come, so today I'm not going to come. So it's not a competition. The relationship is not a competition. Usitry to compete, utaumia. Especially the person who is competing is the one who gets hurt most. So don't try to compete. The other thing that they always, you know, it's your fault. It's your fault. It's your fault. That's why I did this. It's your fault. And I mentioned this in a previous video on signs or indicators of a toxic relationship. So it's your fault. Like, there's always some defensiveness in this relationship. Like, this person can just accept, like, I did this, so you just accept. Well, take it. Mimi now, mimi najua jana I did not come home, but most of the time they don't say where they slept. But worry less, usijipatie stress sana na hiyo, because it will always happen. Like, it will, sometimes it will happen, and then you just have to be strong enough to stay in that relationship if you want that relationship. If it has a lot of positive things, you can still stay, but it's up to you. It's always up to you. These are just signs. You're not saying like all these like at a killer sign hapati. Lakini ukiona more than 3 signs kutoka the list that I'm going to give, just know that this person, this relationship of yours, it's just going to be itaenda tu kwingine. But anyway, guys, learn to like communicate without being so defensive. Learn to communicate, learn to have conversations or discussions without having an argument, without coming up with an argument. They always arise, but not all the time. So learn to do that, okay? So number 4 is that you don't feel prioritized anymore, or you don't feel loved anymore. You have to struggle for this attention from your partner. You have to struggle to be prioritized. I mean, that is not supposed to happen. Don't let someone make you feel like, okay, I used to be a priority. I used to be maybe in your top 3, but now I'm niko kwa bottom 10. Yeah? That is not supposed to happen. If you feel like you're not being prioritized by this person, believe me, they are not prioritizing you. And maybe there's like nothing major that has happened in their life. You know, sometimes there's something major that has happened in someone's life, and then you understand why you're not a priority anymore. And maybe when that thing passes, you guys are going to be back to normal. But if you don't feel like this person loves you anymore, and you don't feel like they prioritize you anymore, just get out of that relationship. Just get out of there, eh? Just get out of that relationship. Or I don't know, maybe work on someone loving you if that works. If that's a thing, like, I don't believe in that. I just believe like loving someone, it just comes from within. It just doesn't come from me working so hard to add towards it. This is not easy kazi. Easy kazi ya mjei ati sasa na work ati najikaza hivi na work sana ndo nipatiwe nini salary at the end of the day. No. relationship is not supposed to be super hard, because both of you are trying, both of you should try and make this work. But if at all you're feeling like this person is not prioritizing anymore, squeeze akona top 3 pale hivyo, you know, their friends are supposed to be in the top 3. There's family, there's work, there's you. Just make sure like you're somewhere, like nyinyi wote mko mna mix up pale hivyo, si eti kila mtu kila time at job no priority peke yake. Sometimes when they are not working, what are they supposed to do? Like, you're supposed to be a priority anyway. Even, and this doesn't apply for just guys, it just apply even for ladies. Mimi, I'll tell you, by the way, every time I'm busy, niko na job kila wakati I'm working. You're supposed to be somewhere. Even if I'm working, even if I'm busy, I'm supposed to just give you like that tiny time. If at all I'm super busy, I'm supposed to just give you a priority somewhere. But most of the times, ladies, kwanza dem akiamua hata kama hakupendi ama ame just get out of that love, nakwambia hata hakuna mahali utaitokea kwa life yake. Sometimes someone ask you like kama uko na boyfriend, and then it's like do I? I was once in that position that, you know, someone telling me whether I have a boyfriend, and I couldn't remember whether I had one, and that's when I realized this person, I don't think I love this person. Maybe I don't know, maybe I just needed some company, but I think I didn't love this person enough. So when you feel that way, just kanyanga kubwa. Then number 5, and this is one of the most used by people, the fear of being alone. You're with this person because of the fear of being alone. You don't want to be alone at all. There is no love, but you don't want to be alone. It reaches a point, even for guys, this applies for both ladies and gents. It reaches a point you just feel like, I don't want to be alone. I really do not want to be alone. I just want to be with someone. And just go pick the girl that you meet, the guy that you meet, and then maybe they're nice to you, or you feel like they can walk, like tunaweza pelekana. See it, there's no foundation of love, nini, understanding and all that. There's not even trust. You guys, you want to settle down. Now that's the problem, because when you settle down after a few years, that you guys are going to realize that you are not even meant for each other. There's nothing that binds you together. There's no trust, there's no foundation of love, there's nothing. If there's that, you know, that, don't be in a relationship because you don't want to be alone. Don't be afraid of being alone. Do not be afraid of being alone anytime. Being alone is not okay. Sometimes it gets lonely, but it's not that bad. You can't die. Mshaisikia mtu amekufa juana mtu? That doesn't happen. Kama hujaisikia mtu amekufa juana mtu, it doesn't happen. Just build something before you settle with someone. Don't tena there's this pressure from family. Like family kwanza, they push you. Umefika hii mwaka, mbona ulewi? I mean, we are not in that generation whereby like watu walikuwa wanaolewa by force, like you come, wewe mwingine kutoka, wewe umetoka sijui wapi, wewe ni hiyo familia yenu mnaweza leta ng'ombe mob, come and then you just mnaletwa pamoja and then you get married. We are no longer in that generation. We are in this generation whereby we have to come to a mutual understanding. So when you find like there's that pressure from your parents or your family, I don't know what I would tell you about that, but do not push it. Do not push a relationship for that. And then the fear of being alone is, I'm telling you guys, being alone is fun until June or July inafika, and then it's super cold. Then you're wondering what God did with your partner, with your significant other. But anyway, being alone is not a bad thing. For me, I just feel like, okay, sometimes you need someone. If it's not working, if you're just there because you need to be with someone, or you need to settle down, then believe me, it's not going to work. At some point, you're going to get fed up. and then you're going to either get divorced because maybe you've gone through the marriage process and all that, or you're going to get broken in a very, 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 that person is just going not to show you any respect. When you just want to be there because you don't want to be alone, that person is not even going to respect you. Your significant other is not going to respect you. Actually, that person is not your significant other. So don't feel the pressure of just, you just want to get married. You just want to marry. Just build at least a foundation. I don't know for how long. People have a different time period of courtship and all that. No, that's up to you, but build a foundation. Don't be there because you feel lonely. Do not. Number 6 is that you no longer make plans with him or her in your head. You try to get rid of them psychologically. Not even trying, you're getting rid of them psychologically. Actually, you don't even realize this happening. You find yourself like making plans. This weekend I'm going hiking. Next weekend I'm meeting friends. The other weekend I'm meeting family. The other weekend we'll see about that. But when that time reaches, there's no time for this person, and then in your head they do not, like, you don't feel like there's anything, like you're not, the plans that you make, even though they don't involve them, they're supposed to be somewhere. Remember that this person is going to be in your life if you want them to be in your life. So you not prioritizing them or giving them a chance to be in your life, even though you have like this busy schedule. No, that's a problem. Like sometimes we even force, like you're forcing but I need to meet this person this weekend, I need to meet them before I go home, or there's just a lot of things, or before I go for a business trip or a vacation or whatever. If this person is not in your plans when you're planning, you're having your plans in your head, that is a breaking point. And then it's not even your fault. You've just fallen out of love. You've fallen out of love. You don't love this person anymore, and that's why they're not in your head. That's why every time that you're having your plans, they're not going to appear in your plans, and you find every time you're missing them, like not missing them like miss, like you're missing them, like when they want to see you today, you can't because you made plans with someone else. You can't because you have these. The other time you just want to be alone. The other times you want what, and then mwezi inaisha hivyo without even seeing this person, or just making an effort of knowing where they're supposed to fit in your schedule. Even though if they don't have fitting in your schedule, at least they're supposed to be somewhere in your schedule. Know that. Keep that in mind. They're supposed to be somewhere in your schedule. So number 7 is a little tied with others. So one of them is you're not excited with the idea of the thought of marrying this person. The other one is you don't see a future with this person. You just in a relationship, just you don't see a future. And then the very, very tricky one is you fantasizing with someone else in your life or in your future. This one, you find yourself like thinking, okay, fantasizing is okay. We all fantasize. Sometimes you just like feel like, if I was married to who and who, you just feel, we all fantasize. But when you feel like you're fantasizing about someone else a lot, when you feel like, what if this person was in my life? What if this person was in my future? You just feel like you're making future with the other person, maybe another person, maybe an imaginary person or a real person. An imaginary person is someone who you feel like you want to marry, or you will want them to marry you. Like someone you feel like maybe I like curvy girls, I like light skinned, I love girls with straight hair, I love girls with this and that and that. Or maybe you are fantasizing with a certain individual that you, what if they were in my life? What if they were in my future? How would life be? How would life, there's a lot of things that a string of thoughts, a string of fantasizing. If it reaches that point, you're breaking. That is the breaking point of your relationship, your current relationship. It's a breaking point. You're supposed to do about it. Either you stop thinking about stop fantasizing about the other person, or you just get out of that relationship, because it's not going to work. As long as, because there's like, you feel like maybe if this person, like my ideal girl, even you have your ideal girl in your head, and then you're dating this person. As in, what are you doing with this person if you have your ideal person in your head, or your ideal person somewhere, and then what are you doing? It's not gonna work. It's really not going to work. I mean, it's life, and life is like that. Sometimes you fantasize about other people, but it's not supposed to be something that is consecutive. It's not something that is supposed to be continuous, like every time you're fantasizing with this person. So you're fantasizing about life with someone else, like maybe this person will be cooking like this person will be laughing each day, this person will be this person will be understanding, this person is smart, this person is, you have a list of the qualities that you know about this person or your imaginary person. When it reaches that point, it's not going to work unless otherwise. So even the thought of marrying someone, or the thought of, the future with someone, apparently myself, I have this, I always, when I meet a guy, I always see us maybe in the future. Is this person presentable? Like, can I take this person at home? As in, I always see our future home, I always see our future kids, like our kids, our bright kids, our smart kids, our pretty kids. Fantasies. So if I meet a guy, I always see like there's a future, and I don't know, maybe if I see that in a guy, if I see, that is something that will happen in your head. If I see that in a guy, I always feel like this person is, this person, I guess I can date this person. Some of these people, you just date knowing very well, hakuna mahali tunaenda. Tukienda mbali, labda tufike stage, ama tao. As in, there's nowhere we're going completely. We're just here. We're just helping each other, and then your story in Asia, you completely know that you're not going anywhere. But then personally, I can tell someone we're not going anywhere. I don't know about them, but about myself, I know this person. I can introduce them to my family members. I can introduce them at home. I can be proud to introduce them to my friends. Vituka hizo. It happens all the time, and if that doesn't happen to you, I don't know what happens. Anyway, we all have different ways on how you know this person is the right person, or this person is a good, is a good person to you. As in, I'm gonna love this person. I will like this person in my future. There are people I know I will not like them in my future. I will not want, hata kama tulikuwa na wewe. I don't want you in my future. I know that. I'm not gonna tell you, but I know that for a fact. So if you don't have like, you're not excited, feeling like if you'll be married to them and live with them for the rest of your life. If there's not that excitement, just don't. Achana tu na yeye, as in, just leave them alone. Okay. So the final one is criticizing each other, or just criticizing your significant other, and making irrational comparisons. You're making irrational comparison in a way that you want me to do unrealistic. You have unrealistic expectations. Let me give a good example. A good example is when people are engaging in coitus. You find people like, you want to compare me with someone from the adult movies. You want to compare myself to that part, to those people from adult movies. Whatever they do, maybe I can't do. I can't. Why are you forcing your shoes? You want me to hang from the ceiling and just, I don't know, maybe do some things like karate things and weird things. They look like Illuminati and witchcraft combined. You want me to do those things because you saw somewhere, or maybe someone else was doing that. No, don't do that. When someone wants you to do that, just take me slow by slow. Hii maisha haina manual. Every person has their own manual. There's no manual. Like every person have their own lane, vile wana nini, and we can't do things the same way. When someone expects you, they have like those unrealistic expectations, it becomes a problem. Because you're giving me pressure that I can't even perform, I can't even do anything, I can't do anything. You want me to do what and I can't even mention those things here. But you want me to do extra things, you want me to do extra things that I can't do. I mean, guys, let's not do that. When that happens, this is just a breaking point. And then there's this criticizing your significant other, or just criticizing each other. Instead of just telling me direct to the point, whenever you do this happen, you know, just tell me in a good tone. It's like even you're being ironic. You never do this. You never wash clothes. You never wash what. You never do this. And then you constantly telling me that. It's like, okay, it's like an irony kind of a thing. It's good. Tell your partner, communicate with your partner, but look for the right words. Criticizing them is not going to help, and actually it's just going to break your relationship. Like, it's just going to end. When it reaches that point, it's just going to end. So learn to communicate with your partner without, you always, Nani, hey, Nani just does this. Hey, anakuanga, umeweza kukompea watu na wengine. Even ladies, just don't compare your man with someone else. My ex. Hey, my ex used to cook for me. My ex used to do this. No, people are different. Men are different. Women are different. There's some men who can cook for you. There are men who can't cook for you. There are men who can help you with your house chores. There are some who can't. Don't compare your man to the other. You will find this man can take you for a vacation, and then the one who cooks and helps can take you anywhere. I'm just giving an example though.